Do you guys know you actually happen to have 3 brains? We don't have 1, we have 3. We have that most primitive brain, right? That most primitive one, the fight or flight mechanism brain. And on top of that, we've got another brain on top of that, mammalian brain. Then we got our primate brain on top of that. We've got 3 brains.
Patrick Wazowski. And Patrick, you were actually the author of this book, the Micro Expressions Book for Business. You're a body language expert. And
if they give a handshake like that, are they confident?
How to work better with body language in your professional life. We're going to work on 2 aspects today. One of them is going to be in the idea of performance management, how to have that tough conversation with someone, how to read them effectively.
If I speak right now to you, you are looking also on my body language, and this is something that I know that you are looking for. You are looking if I'm congruent with my body language and what I say. And this is something that we can learn.
You've said to yourself, wow, what was I thinking? I did that dumb thing last week. What was I thinking? You weren't thinking. That primitive brain, that fight or flight mechanism took over.
If somebody's rubbing their hands quickly, it's a good sign. It's positive it's expecting a positive outcome for everybody. If somebody's rubbing their hands slowly, it's good for them.
Micro expressions and body language is that the body language happens just before the verbal. So you had told me if I cross my arms first and then say something to somebody, that will be more clear that I'm serious, as opposed to after I've asked the question and then doing this.
What is much more difficult is to control your body language while you are listening. It's almost not possible for our brain to focus on listening and on controlling our body language.
It's this muscle around the eye. And when that one contracts, somebody feels real pleasure in their prefrontal cortex area, and it means that they're really happy.
Really able to see how it would work and help me in interviewing and also help me in my sales process.
So right now, what we are going to do, instead of asking questions, we will just create statements that would evoke certain reactions from a person.
And you can ask anything, you know, things that she wouldn't tell you. Well, you should interrupt their thinking process because probably they are having not so good thoughts.
This way you can see what would be the opposite reaction, and also to have a baseline. Because some people, when they agree, they don't show too many things, but when they disagree, they start shaking no or showing other reactions. On the other hand, some people like to smile almost all the time during the conversation. That's why it's good to challenge them and to see how they would react if there's something difficult, if there's something opposite.
Watch the facial expression of the candidate when you say that number.
And so that I really understand what the basic principles are, and now I really think I can apply them to my everyday life.